Good morning, Facebook world. I am up early, heading into some networking events here shortly, and I wanna share with you something that God has shared with me this morning that hopefully you guys will like. And it is: have you ever been in a situation where people are not acting the same way that you would? And what I mean by that is, you would go left and everybody else is going right, or you would maybe in your own life you would normally step up to help somebody right away, no thinking about it. But when people aren't doing the same for you, you're sitting back and just kind of scratching your head and wondering what the heck is going on. And I've got a little bit of that going on in my life in this last week, is that there are people who are doing things and I don't even see it coming at me sometimes, is they're doing things or reacting and saying things in a way that it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it, but I still want to take my shoes off maybe and gain some understanding of what their perspective is, because we all know that your perspective is what your reality is. And so if you are, if you are waking up in the morning and you want to have a bad day and you want to find bad, guess what you're going to find? You're going to find more bad. If you want to have a good day, you're going to find more good. And so your perspective really dictates a lot of what you're going, where you're going, where you're going and what you're doing. And what I'm attempting to do is, all of the people that I come across who are perhaps not acting in a way that I would align with, or that I even choose to identify or understand, I still want to take my shoes off and gain their perspective. And even sometimes in that perspective, when I get it and I don't agree with it, there's a piece there. And let's go even a little bit deeper, where what if there's something going on, or something that somebody has done to you that is so incredibly deep and against anything that you would ever do or ever be in your life, and to be able, so that was where I was at. I was struggling with that, asking God to give me some understanding. Why is this happening? Help me understand perspective, and kept coming back at it. And what God shared with me was this, is that life is like a big ocean. And in this ocean, everybody, not everybody, but most people, they're doing everything they can to get their own breath. They're doing everything they can to get their head up to the top of the water, to grab a breath, and they get pushed 10 feet back down. And they're doing everything they can to swim up before that breath expires, or they lose it, to get another breath. And in the course of getting your breath, you are acting and doing things in ways that you normally wouldn't, because you're in a survival mode, or you're in that passion, or in that panic is probably a better word, to get the breath. You might hit somebody else in the face, you might kick somebody in the face, things that you wouldn't normally do, but because you're so worried and concerned with getting your own breath, self-preservation, that you don't realize the harm that you're causing to other people. And that you're not able to get your head above water, because as soon as you get a breath, you get pushed 10 feet down. And as soon as you realize that it's you pushing yourself down, it's not life pushing you down. It's you, it's your mindset, it's your perspective that's pushing you 10 feet down, that makes you struggle for another breath. When you finally realize that it is yourself, your life, that you're pushing yourself down, what happens is then you get into almost like a doggy paddle mode, and your head's now above water, and you can look at things a little differently now that you're not struggling to go and get the breath of air that most of the world is doing the same thing on. And now you can look around and you can see all the other people who are struggling to grab a breath. And you can also see the damage that might be caused in everybody's struggle of kicking other people in the face, hitting them with their hands. Think about it. Think about if you were truly struggling to get your breath. And the only thing you can think about, you can't think about bills, you can't think about kids, you can't think about anything else except surviving. And then when you finally get to where you're not having to worry about a breath of air, and you're dog paddling, and now you're able to get that out of the front of your mind, and you can think about things differently. And then eventually what happens is you might even find a way to create a boat, and now you're in a boat in the ocean, and you've got a beautiful opportunity presented that not only are you not dog paddling, so you're not even using your energy anymore to do what most of the world's doing. Now you're in a vessel. For me, the vessel is God, and you're trusting that ship to protect you and carry you. But now you can look around and you can see things through a different set of eyes and a different understanding, and also how your impact and what you can do to make it different or make it better. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, because just like if somebody was seriously drowning out in the ocean right now, and you know, one of the first things they tell you is don't swim up to them because they're going to take you under. The same thing happens when you're in this boat that's on the ocean. After you've gone through the struggle of getting your breath, and after you realize that you're in charge of what's going on here, and you get to doggy paddle, and you finally get around to getting a boat, you can't go up to all of these people and try to save them, because they will bring you down. They will crumble and turn your boat over, and they won't even mean to do it. They just do it because they're panicked. They don't know not to. What you have to do is you have to find a way to connect and inspire with them in that moment that they're getting their breath, and say encouraging words, and you could do it, and you can do it, and you can do it, and show them different ways to do and get different. They're doing the same thing, but they're getting different results. So what I would challenge or ask you is today, when you come across somebody who may be doing something completely different than what you would do, or something that you don't understand, excuse me, it is not our job to judge, ever. There is a better judger in this world than us, and we're supposed to leave that to him to judge. All we're supposed to do is love and understand and realize that we are all connected. So if you didn't catch all this message, if you have any questions, leave comments below, and I'll reach out to you and try to help gain your understanding. But I just want you to know today, if you come across people who are difficult, maybe rubbing you the wrong way, maybe situations that you completely do not understand, know that they're still struggling to get their breath. And at any time, even if you're in that boat, at any time you can go back to the water and struggle to get your breath again. And so it's truly just a choice, and it's a choice of mindset and perspective. So today I ask you to make sure that your mindset is always in abundance and positiveness, and your perspective is always coming from true curiosity, and that you realize that we're all connected, and that our only job here is to love. So I love you. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.